What F1 just announced for the 2026 car engines is insane. The air is electric around the upcoming season, but not everything is going as smooth as the FIA would have liked. Whispered panic echoes through the paddock. Behind the shiny preseason hype, a storm is brewing, one that could redefine Formula One as we know it. Nicholas Tombatsis, the person in charge of F1 single-seater rules, is facing a ghost from the future. He admits straight to our ears, we absolutely don't want drivers to lift off on the straights. Think about that. They don't want drivers easing off the pedal on the fastest parts. Why? Because the new 2026 power units could force that, unless they change the rules. Now something feels off. The drivers, Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Alex Albon, and Lance Stroll, jumped into simulators already, and their alarms are ringing. They fear Formula One will become a cold strategic game, like playing chess in a race car, instead of pure thrilling speed. Here's the crunch. The new 2026 engines will blend electric power with a smaller internal combustion engine, ICE. That means batteries, electrical systems, real cutting-edge tech. Tom Botsis says the electrification is exciting. Manufacturers will get to shine by innovating on the electrical side. But there's a catch. The batteries may not last a whole lap. The car could slow down on straights, forcing drivers to make strange decisions. Lift off, coast, save energy, instead of just driving flat out. Tom Botsis warns, we don't want a situation where they have to lift off. Drivers will keep the pedal to the metal, as they say. Now, F1 is a world of power struggles, not only on track but in boardrooms. The engine formula, the actual hardware, is already locked in. No change is allowed, and that freezes the fight. Some manufacturers might dominate, others could get stuck. Tom Botsis admits it isn't always easy to get everyone to agree. Technical specification is set in stone. So, the FIA is left with tweaking energy recovery and deployment, the electrical levers behind the scenes and on different tracks. Things like how fast power drops on straights, how much energy is recovered. That sliding scale instead of a fixed 8.5 megajoules per lap. They're racing the clock. Tom Botsis says, we haven't finished the rules yet. Rules are evolving. We knew of these issues from day one. There will definitely be a lot of evolution between now and the start of next year. But there's more turmoil. Not all engine makers are sharing their data freely. Some are very secretive, while others are more open. Tom Botsis says that secrecy breeds suspicion. Who's confident? Who's nervous? Meanwhile, the drama gets juicier. What if someone's engine is weak? Can the FIA step in with a balance of performance? A bop to slow down the strongest and help the weak? Tom Botsis shuts it down fast. That's definitely not going to happen. He explains a bop is used in other racing to make the cars equal artificially. That's not F1. F1 depends on merit. Tom Botsis says, a bop tries to equate performance artificially, makes certain cars faster. That is not the case in F1. Instead, manufacturers who fall seriously behind in engine power, more than 3% below the best, get a lifeline. After the 5th race of the season, they can do more engine development and testing, but only if they prove they still need it. Behind the scenes, Mercedes is smiling quietly, confidently. They've built a strong 2026 engine, one that insiders say is well under control. That's a polite way of saying they might dominate. But not everyone is as lucky. Red Bull, of all teams, is sweating. Their in-house engine program, Red Bull Powertrains, is still playing catch-up, and the paddock knows it. There are real concerns about whether they'll be competitive at all under the new rules. Why the secrecy? Because those who crack the code don't want the rules changed. Those who are behind want tweaks, delays, anything to catch up. And the FIA is stuck in the middle. They're trying to please the fans, protect the sport's integrity, and navigate a political minefield of billion-dollar manufacturers, each with their own agenda. Tom Botsis reveals the quiet truth. When teams and manufacturers discuss these matters, they think of a combination of the good of the sport and their own competitive position. Translation: everyone's pretending to care about the sport, but they really care about winning. And right now, it feels like nobody knows how this ends. Even the drivers, those brave souls thrown into simulators months in advance, are seeing a future they barely recognize. Verstappen raised the alarm 2 years ago. Now Leclerc, Albon, and Stroll are echoing the same dread. The feeling that driving these 2026 cars isn't about racing anymore. It's about managing energy, watching numbers, playing defense. That's not what fans fell in love with. It's not the roaring charge down the main straight. It's not the scream of an engine pushing to the limit. It's not the instinctive overtake into turn one. It's a spreadsheet in a cockpit. And that's what the FIA is desperate to avoid. So, here's the cliffhanger. Will these quiet months of negotiation, simulation, and secret testing actually fix anything? Or are we heading toward a season opener in 2026 that shocks everyone for the wrong reasons? The rules are written. The engines are built. But the fight is just beginning. Drop your thoughts below. Should the FIA step in if Red Bull's engine underdelivers? Should F1 sacrifice performance for competition? Or is this what we signed up for, a brutal, unforgiving, winner-takes-all war? You decide, because the countdown to 2026 has already begun, and it might just be Formula One's most controversial season yet.